Let's see. I don't know how any of this works. I've never done this before, so hopefully we can. I said somebody asked me how. Oh. They here yet? Nobody? No? Okay. Wow, spammers. Go away. Let's see here. Look at that. Live video. Turn the volume all the way down. Well, we're waiting for people to show up. I've never done a live before, but try to see if we get stuff shared here. Geez, there's a lot I haven't done. Oh. We got it. We got 3 people. Oh, wow. Look at that muffler. Is it a cat engine parts? No, it's not. No, I'm trying to share within the groups and everything. Man, I cannot spell today. I think that's a YouTube link. Yeah. Yep, that should be it. All right, well, I've got everything up here for the comments and stuff like that. I've had people messaging me asking what's going on and everything. I'm not blue today. Hey, there, you made it. You made it. Yes, you did. You made it. Made it to the unboxing. So I asked. Let's see here. Just trying to post it up in all the groups, everybody. I know I'm not seeing the comments yet. I've got a little mini me down in the bottom down there. Yeah, that'll work. No. This is a big pain in the butt when you have to do it yourself versus somebody helping you. Where is the clipboard? There we go. That's good enough. We'll just get you all back up here so I can see the comments and everything as they roll on, because I've got y'all on the tablet too to be able to watch. So 3 people watching. Hopefully we get like 5 before we start unboxing and everything. But so I asked, welcome everybody and thank you for showing up. I'm terrible in front of a camera. I've never done live on YouTube. I've done it on Facebook, but that's been like 2-3 years ago. So it was a little bit different and everything. But let's see, live chat. No. Yeah, we'll just do the live chat. Oh, there it is. Cat engine. I'm not blue today. So what is in the box? I asked on that Wednesday when I posted everything. I asked on Instagram and everything. I had the responses of, and it's warm in here, so thankfully it's overcast outside. I had responses from a winterized Super Pro 60. I had 797 right side start. They all came that way. That would be pretty cool if that arrived actually in the mail. Super Pro 80 and a Model 73, which actually was made a mistake, 77. It's not that one. There was a story, but I'm not going to get into that today. So, Brian Gray lied. Yes, I did, Jay Chris. Figured why not do a first live video and everything on this Labor Day weekend. I wanted to share all of you this saw and everything in here. I figured I'd do an unboxing with you guys. Why not, right? I'm always doing an unboxing, and it's a video that comes out later on. You know what? We'll just invite you guys to come here and see this and everything. So, I don't know when we'll start. I said I'd start at noon. That was about 4 minutes away and everything. I figured, you know what? We'll just, we'll get started early here. Got the door cracked open here to watch the brisket and everything, and window cracked open in case for whatever reason. But, is the signal good? Everything, the video, I'm on the Wi-Fi, but it kind of like, it's hovering between 2-3 bars because, well, it's got to go through an entire house. Oh, dude, Jeremy, you showed up. Thank you. What's up, man? How are you today, Jeremy? That's so great. It's awesome that you could show up for this. Now it's a party. Now it's a party, everybody. So now we're cooking. Looks good. That's awesome. We are cleaning the shop. Yeah, I feel you. Got off work early last night and cleaned up the workbench here. Cleaned it up, blew it off with the leaf blower and swept it off and everything, and organized a couple things, and there it is. So, oh, this one's loading. Look at that. Isn't that just great? Signal still good? Is it a steel saw? Absolutely not. I will tell you what it's not. I can promise you that. So, we'll put I need another table, and that's what I was thinking I needed, because I need to keep another table or something right here to be able to see the comments. We'll just set you on the motorcycle, y'all. Or what? So, all right, there's a little bit of a backstory on this. So we'll go ahead. Do we want to get started? Do we want to wait till noon? I don't know. We can sit here and BS, ask questions and whatnot. So put your guesses in. Put your guesses in. What do you think it is? I will tell you. Obviously, it's yellow, and it's what I collect. So, but it's a model I do not have till now. So, did Jeremy send you a goodie? No. I'm in no rush. For that blue saw. Absolutely no rush. I would rather get it hand delivered, see Jeremy in person, and do it that way. So, a 710, I have one of those. So it's not that in there. But keep guessing, everybody. I think somebody else said a 710 in another group or something like that. So 710, I've got one of those. It's behind me. See the one up there with the scabber on it? That's my 710. That was given to me by an older gentleman. Gave that and 2 other saws to me a few years back. Got a sharp knife here to unbox with? Probably not. I need to build a drawer on this workbench too. A drawer. Now, a PM700, that would be a nice one to get a hands on. I'd like to do a comparison between the two of them, to be honest. That one I need to clean its tank out and a couple other little things. It sat on a shelf for 27 years, and as you can see, it just went from one shelf to another. Other than it ran, I gassed it up and went out and cut with it once and put her on the shelf. She was a pretty good saw. I kind of like it, really. So how's everybody doing on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world? Keep the guesses coming. It's yellow. So I'll tell the backstory on this saw here real quick. Somebody who 45 minutes away from me or whatever, selling it. I offered to buy it. I'd even come and get it. To bypass all the shipping stuff. Well, they never responded back to me. Ooh. Steel weed whacker. Big box. Might be a big saw. It might be. So, I messaged them. Didn't get back with me. Even though they saw the message and stuff like that. Almost 2 weeks had passed. I was chatting with somebody else, and they were like, you pay for it and everything, the shipping and stuff like that, I'll get it to you. They didn't charge me the shipping from all the way from Washington to me, just the shipping from Indiana all the way to Washington and the price of the saw. So they did me a favor, bought it. The person messaged them instantly and whatnot, bought it. It went all the way to Washington and then came all the way back to Indiana. So it's had a heck of a ride going on. And see, that's to keep saying it's cutting out on me, but so it's made it there, back. It's been torturous. I know the pictures of it and what is suspected. Now, what is suspected of it is there's no spark and low compression. Rings could be stuck. That is what is suspected of it. So, we're still good. We're cutting out. Let me know. Because the tablet says it's loading. Might be able to push you guys closer to the Wi-Fi. So, unless the tablet's just a thing falling behind, I think it is. I need to lower my quality is what I need to do. I need to lower my quality. I just need to see the comments on this one. That's all I need. I don't need super high resolution on the tablet. So Steam sound solid, not cutting out. Okay, good. So it's the tablet just having its problems trying to keep connected or something like that. I don't know. Lowering its quality just for that. So we're not cutting out. That means we're good up there. I'm not going to worry too much about this. The comments will catch up and everything. So that is the story on this. It went there, back. It took like a week and a half. Arrived to me Tuesday, and I told y'all I was going live Wednesday morning on my Instagram and everything else and whatnot about that. So let's go ahead. Let's unbox this thing. So any final guesses? We got Big Saw and 710. Yeah, it's not smart. Not a sharp knife. Very well taped by the original packer. So I'll give them props for that. So there was kind of plans rolling around in my head on this and everything, what it could be. A Max 77. I got one of them already, but the one we're talking about, we know about. It would just be nice if that arrived in the mail too. Unfortunately, it has not. Trust me, I remind the person. I remind them, but don't want to start drama or anything like that. Grab the other knife. Alright, there we go. Super huge thanks to Ryan Zoop for getting this to him and then to me. Been a super help on getting this. Speak now, forever hold your peace. What's in the box? It's like it was, no, wasn't disassembled. Whoever it is, they like the original packer. I know who they are, I'm just not going to say anything. They have Amazon Prime. Or at least they dumpster dope for them. Put this knife up. Airplane going over. Forgot to empty the trash can before we started. But we see a top handle. We're getting there. I Spy JB Weld on Wall. That goopy literally fixes anything. Yes, it does. That stuff is amazing. It's good for filling in the pits on the magnesium where there's like rot or something. It's good for filling that in inside of gas tanks, and then you coat it with a gas tank sealer stuff. Patches holes, sealer, bam. I've saved plenty of gas tanks doing that. Well, it's packed decently. What's up, Matthew? Just in time. You want to put your guess in before I pull this out? I mean, you can clearly see something of what it could be, but I haven't revealed a model yet. This will be a fun project, and it could go a couple ways. So as I was mentioning, the packing job is very decent. It survived probably with, I want to say 3,000 miles of travel. We need to take all this out. I'm getting tangled up. All right. Let's do that. Get this over here. This out of the way. Stragglers. Still any guesses? Any guesses? 797. You wish. You wish it was a 790. I tore one of those up already for the last build. Engine's still sitting on the shelf. It ran. Sorta. McCullough 101. No. But there's one on the shelf up there. Just the block. This tablet hates me for every reason on earth. Okay, so guesses. We've got 790 is very close. Very close. Go a model down from that. 142. You know better than that. That was my first vintage one. It's on the shelf back there. That's a front tank model, Jeremy. I would like to hot rod it. I've had the idea of hot rodding that. It's pretty warm out here in the garage, but also the excitement and everything. Got to use some shop towels to absorb the sweat. That's what I'm talking about. 176. Up one model. Go up one model. Now, I don't. Jeremy, Super 250. No. I'm glad, by the way, Jeremy, you were finally able to use the moderator on this. I'm glad I assigned you like over a year ago to it. All right, so we'll go ahead. We're going to reveal this. This is a, make sure I'm not going to look dumb. You're going to buy something. This is a McCulloch 740. 740. This is a good one right here. What is that? Like 99 cc? Yeah, something like that. No spark, low compression is what they said. It doesn't feel low to me. It feels actually pretty good. That feels pretty good, honestly. For a low compression saw. Oiled up. The lower ring on it looks like it might be a little stuck, but the top ring does 95% of the work anyways. So don't know all the models. Yeah, I know of most of them. I know 99% of them, but there's still some that are coming out to me, which lowers my number down. But this is a very good saw right here and everything. This is one model I did not have. Go ahead and take a look under the hood here. I can see now it has that dreaded flat back that everybody knows I dislike, but we'll see. If it works and everything, then I'll keep it. It's missing the muffler on it, which, once again, no biggie. Clean on the inside. So either it was cleaned or kept in a good shape. No spark. That's just a points thing. The compression actually feels pretty good. It'll run. This old girl will run. So my plans that I had, if this had like terrible compression on it, the plan was to take this MC30 and put it inside. Now, obviously this is missing all of its guts, but the crankshaft from these and the connecting rod is the same as what goes inside an MC30. Oh, here comes my daughter. You gotta have your tablet off, baby girl, if you're coming in here. She wants to come say hi. I think so. So Super Pro 40 was the same as the Nerma. I don't remember what. The 510, not the 5-10, but the 510 was it? I think it was. The mom test sends you the WhatsApp invite. I don't know. I haven't had any notifications yet. I've got something at the top up here. I've got a bunch of notifications on here. So Super Pro 40, no. Pro Mac 55, no, Jeremy. No. Nice. So low compression, no spark. The compression actually feels pretty good running it. It might free up some rings and stuff. I see a little carbon buildup. No biggie there. Where's my oil can out? We toss a touch of oil. It looks like it has it, but we're going to toss of oil into it. This, I plan... Just a little two-stroke. That's all it is. Put some on the pin there. We'll see what the compression is. I don't actually have a compression meter. I never use it. I just kind of put fuel down, and if it runs, send it. Kind of deal. It feels pretty stout to me. So all we got to do is just restore spark. We're not going to do that on the live video. I got to get in depth. I'll do a video on this, and we'll bring her back to life and see what she does. She's through Facebook. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the whatever it's called and everything, WhatsApp and anything, but more people have been going to it, asking about it, so I figured I might as well have to get it here at some point. So, missing a muffler, no biggie. It's even got the gasket on it still. This is a manual oiler only. Because usually if it had an auto oiler, it'd be on top of this. Does not have that. And you could put one on it with the stuffer and everything, but we're going to leave this. Since it feels like it has actually good compression on it, even though it said low, we'll end up cleaning the saw up, and at some point we'll do a video on it, getting the spark restored on it and seeing if it fires up. I mean, I could toss I don't even know if one of these Nova chips even works on it, but I'd like to think we'd get the points put back on her and everything, get it running, and hear it. Broke there, no biggie. Little mag rot, no biggie there either. But it's all good. All seems good. What size chain was that thing running? Is that a half-inch? Half-inch built in? Good Lord. That don't look like no 404 to me. The size of the rim on that thing, and that's a built-in rim. Is that a built-in rim drive on there? I don't know if it's just stuck or if it's built onto it. But if it's got a rim drive on it, that's replaceable. That's even a nicer bonus. Got one bolt. Take a look at the clutch here. I think she said she was going through Facebook. It's a good way to keep contact. Yeah, people know how to there's ways of contacting me too. I've got Instagram. You can message me there. Facebook. That's just a couple ways. People comment also through my YouTube too. Nice and clean inside here. Either last owner cleaned it up or whatnot. So it's one of those nice nice right side ones that has the adjuster built in. Slight crack right there, which is why I can't stress enough on these old saws. I have a video on this explaining it. Pull this out, turn it off. It'll save your saws, at least the starters, components, and everything. Do your saw a favor, everybody, please. Well, it looks like the clutch is held on by one of the nuts for the bar studs, so that's pretty cool. I'll end up replacing that too. I have new old stock ones. It's definitely not correct. Overall, I mean, it looks pretty good. Couldn't tell you if the oiler oils. Couldn't tell you at all. Looks like she was used pretty good. Looks like the shielding and everything. Also, that there's an aluminum plate that's supposed to go on the back side of the clutch. It is missing, so we'll have to figure that out too. It helps keep a bunch of the crap out from under the tank, but overall, the paint, everything, it seems to all be there. That spark plug looks like it came from the Titanic. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the wear on the cover back there. Those lines are not supposed to be there. This thing was used pretty good. It literally is like sat up on the head its entire life and just vibrated, trying to vibrate through the aluminum. I don't know. That is the world's oldest spark plug. Let's see what it tells us. Shall we? Would you be willing to 3D print a part for me? It depends. Do you have the file for it? Do you have the STL? That's the biggest thing. Is it can be, there's things that can be printed, but is it already designed into a 3D model or an STL file? And that is what I can work with. And also depends on how big of a size it is too. I'm limited on my print bed size, like 225 millimeters, 225 by, I think it's 250 tall. Pretty much about the size of your airbox cover here. Lid is what it can print. Height wise, you can do up to here. Bed size, you're looking at about that. So, tablet's still having problems connecting because it's a ding dong. But you guys said everything was fine, so we're going to assume everything is fine. If it doesn't have spark, that's fine. we'll figure something out. We'll just have to make a video on bringing that back to life. Of course, I would love to hear it roar back to life right now, but what part is it, Matthew, if I may ask? No spark, but the plug was it's torqued in there like it's never been taken out. Or she was re-torqued in there pretty tight. Tablet's having a hard time. We're still here. Still here? Let me know. Well, what part is it? What part are you after? It may be something I've already done and just haven't said anything about. Let's get the drill out here and see if we can turn this thing over, see if it does have spark or not. Not that I don't trust people, I just like to see it with my own eyes. You know what I mean? Yeah, what was I thinking? That's a 9/16. That's exactly what that is. Yep, definitely no spark. Yep, nothing there. So points are probably just dirty after sitting all these years. Potentially. Think we could get it fired up right now? We could slap a Nova on it real quick. See if it is just the points or a coil. I use the Nova chips to test coils. Could be a condenser. Closed captions? I don't know. What is the signal like right now? Ah, it's showing it's pretty good. Thanks to everybody who's come in and watched so far. 11 is 11 more people than I thought would show up that were at this point. Like I said, I got a couple Nova chips. I don't know which one works, if either one of them do, but we'll see if we can get a spark out of her real quick. Like I said, I want to keep points on her and everything. Oh, man. That has got to be the ugliest looking coil I have ever seen. That thing looks like it's growing mold. Look at that. You ever seen one that looks like it's growing mold? It also doesn't help for spark that the condenser wire is unplugged. The whole entire setup to the points. It's not helping any favors at all. Still be a miracle if I had spark. Yeah, nothing. Could be the points, it could be the coil for all I know. As ugly as that thing is looking. Good granny. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's got like white mold all over it. The coil's all cracked up. That could probably just be straight up the problem. It's a choke and throttle walk cover off of McCulloch. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Those 310s, they were notorious for having that problem. The like little plastic covers, they were super notorious. I gave away a 310, or else I could just design it and measure it up. So that's the problem with those. That was the super notorious thing with that. Dingle dangle. Where's that Nova at? Let's see here. What do we got to do? We got to ground this one. I don't know if this one works or if the other one is worker or some. I had them laying around. Ground the one. Negative ground on these? It depends. I've seen positive grounds. I have some that like negative grounds better. It's all in the eyes of the beholder. So I don't know if it's a good Nova, bad Nova. Couldn't tell you for my life. It might be bad, might be a bad coil. Might be a bad Nova chip. I suspect. We'll flip it around real quick. Yeah, might be bad. That might be the bad Nova I had inside the house. Like I say, chance to be a bad coil. I need to order new Novas. Negative. Little trick that guys do also, it can bake the coils in an oven. That might help too. You don't have to ground the body of the Nova, from my understanding. Still good? Alright, we're still good then. I'm not even going to worry about what the tablet's doing other than comments. Yeah, I'm suspecting we might have either bad Novas or bad coils. I might be able to rob a Nova off of another good known saw. And if that's confirmed, then it could just be a bad coil. Yeah. Could be a bad spark plug too, I don't know. Never tried that. But I'm suspecting as ugly as that coil is looking, it's that. Whatever saw over here has one. I haven't robbed off of yet. Oh, here we go. The McCullough welder. I know it has a good one. I haven't ran that thing in a while. Which one's negative? Which one's positive? I'm thinking it's a bad coil. That's going to be my suspicion. Possibly spark plug. I've got new spark plugs in the house just to test with. Yeah, I think it's a bad coil. I think that's what her problem is. And we've got a bad coil here. This thing is just covered in the absolute worst. It's got cracks all over it. So we're going to have to get a coil for this old girl. Let's unplug the kill switch just for the heck of it. Yep. Looks like the whole ignition system's going to have to be completely gone through. Shouldn't be a problem. Yep. It's got a bad coil on her. Because I know this Nova is good. So that is what we've got going here. So we're not going to be hearing this old girl firing up on this live feed. Lick your fingers and grab the lead. I don't want to do that. I don't want that. Would hurt. I don't know. I never did try another spark plug. You got one I can borrow? It's in the house, and I got to run all the way in there to go get it, and then you guys are going to be sitting here chatting. Opinion of Gunson color tune is yes. I just saw that, Senior. Absolutely, the Gunson. I highly recommend that. It can be used for two-strokes, but it could oil up pretty quick through the sight glass. I have a video showing it on the old Yamaha here of using it and what it looks like. It helps so much to get the primary set and then be able to synchronize it and everything. I highly recommend getting one of these. These are absolutely amazing. They were on back order for the longest time last year. But I highly recommend one of these. Because when you've got 4 carburetors on a motorcycle, you gotta sync them somehow, and that was the easiest way for me to do, especially putting the custom Mikunis on there. So I'll lick my. No, I'm not gonna lick my finger. I'm not gonna do that. So, but yes, it's definitely good for tuning on engines and everything. And there's many different plugs and stuff and whatnot. The extenders. I had to use the extender for the spark plug and everything. It got me close. with all the carburetors and stuff. Before I put the new carbs on it. The primaries, it talked about how setting the primaries richness, and it didn't say what if it was bottomed out or what or anything, and it was just so far I had to turn them way out to get it to run and fire off. So get yourself a Gunson. I haven't used it on a saw yet to see what it's doing, but definitely recommend it at least on a 4-stroke to know, get you set in place and stuff like that, especially on a little bike here. So that's a bummer, but you know. Also, the flywheel here, it's somebody did the delete on the fins, so we may have to replace the flywheel. I think I've got a few of those laying around here too. We're gonna have to do a flywheel change. It looks like somebody was sitting on here ages ago and just prying on it and broke these off. It's really easy to break these off, so we'll have to get one of those too. Like I say, I may have one floating around in a box somewhere. Lick your fingers, Brian. No, that would hurt. I have been shocked before. That is not fun by any standard. It's great on your little brother. Like, here, hold this spark plug so I can test for. Yep. She ain't a putting out of nothing. Oh, because it ain't hooked up yet. Still. Coil connection's all super loose and everything. Not that one, though. That one's a good connection. Positive ground, negative ground. They spark kind of either way on these. You just have to find out which one it wants. Some are swear by positives. Some, like me, swear as long as it's working properly one way or the other. Oh, wait. Oh, it's tiny. It is super tiny. I don't know if I can get you guys even in to see it, but there's that much of a spark, but you got to get it so close. I mean, we're talking so super close. But there is spark, but I still, and it's blue. So, yes, Southern, sorry, I'm not seeing the comments here, but yes, I have an Instagram you can try to get in contact with me with. Say, I'm trying to keep the comments and everything, trying to see them. But yes, Southern Firewood, I have an Instagram. If you have one of those, you can message me that way. Facebook Messenger is a way to contact me also. I had an invite to WhatsApp, and I'll probably end up getting that at some point this weekend. And I'll see about that too. I had a buddy of mine pop me with an old Bendix mag. Yeah, like I said, the tablet as far as updating anything and whatnot. Update all the way to the front. Yeah, tablet's not liking it whatsoever out here, even though it's got decent signal. Had a buddy of mine pop an old Bendix mag that had an impulse coupling right on the belly button while I was under a piece of equipment. Not fun. Yeah, that is I got a Wisconsin sitting underneath you guys with a mag on it, and when it hits, it hits. I've had it hit me once, and that's enough to don't touch. Don't touch. So the coil, it works, but it's not enough to gonna jump a spark plug gap, unfortunately. It was barely enough with a screwdriver to do that. Could be bad grounding, it could be. But I knew that this Nova chip was good. It's just. So it's got a little bitty spark for a Nova, but it's not enough that's going to be able to do anything for us, unfortunately. I'll swap the grounds around real quick. But it was the world's tiniest little blue spark, so thankfully I didn't take the advice and lick my fingers. Because I would have felt that even more. Okay, it's definitely not a positive ground. Definitely not. So, negative ground all the way. So, okay, sounds good. If you get a WhatsApp, that'll be good. I will send you a message on Facebook. Yeah, you can, Yeah, you can send me a message on Facebook and everything and whatnot. You think we get a part 3D printed? If you can get it designed for me, if it can be designed, then yeah, I should be able to 3D print it without a problem. And there was just another comment that popped up on the phone screen. This thing is still being a ding-dong. So much for being reliable, huh? May have to swap what Wi-Fi it's hooked onto. Which one are you hooked onto here? I've got two different types. You're on the... Okay, well, you're on the one that should be able to reach this kind of distance without any problems. So it's just being a ding-dong. Oh, I missed the first part. What model saw is that? I'm glad you didn't lick your fingers either. It was joking. Yo, you're fine. You're fine, William. Totally cool. It's nothing I wouldn't have said on a lifey. It is a 740. Oh, Justin, welcome. Welcome, Justin. All is well. All is excellent today. The first of a 3-day weekend for me. Hopefully many of you be able to relax and be able to have fun and do stuff. Got a brisket on the smoker right now. It's going to take like some 12 hours to do. A little bit of a spark, but I suspect the spark plug is probably older than time itself too, so that's kind of the suspicion there. The Nova's putting out a little bit of something, but it's Hey, there we go. Well, we have, I think the spark plug, here's spark. We have spark with the Nova now. You just, I think the spark plug just needs to be replaced or a good ground. Yeah, it's either a grounding or something issue or whatnot, but it was sparking there. Just doesn't like spark off the block. Yeah, I'm thinking the spark plug on this one is all is ding dong. Now it's making me want to go in and get a spark plug off the table real quick and see if that's just what the issue is. Because this thing, look at that, fired up. So, all right, I'll go inside. You guys chat amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. Keep that turned down, baby girl. All right, I'm back. All right, so brand new NGK. It's a lot shorter, more for a kart engine, but if it proves spark, then I'll be sold. Wish I could have you guys see this too. It's there on the aluminum of the shroud, but what about on the head? It's there. It might be enough to fire it over. It might just be enough to fire it over. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. Yeah. Let's get her put in, guys and gals. There's a couple sides. Oh yeah, hello from 35,000 feet over Oklahoma, Arkansas border, headed Atlanta. Wi-Fi is doing pretty well. Whoa, wow! I've got the Mile High Club saying hi. Are you famous at that point? I don't know. Well, hi, welcome, William. So, 3D printing art designs and everything. When it comes to designing Fusion 360, there's other little programs out there. I use Fusion 360. There's a free hobbyist edition, and there are many YouTube videos on how to do those things. I kind of wish I had my 310 at this point. It's been kind of a demand for that part, but I gave it to a buddy because I'm like, this thing is useless to me, worthless, however you want to call it. It meant nothing to me. I always lose that one socket size that I need. Always losing that one. I just had him. Oh, wait, there it is. Is that it? Probably not. Where'd you go, you bugger? Oh, there it is. 3/4. We'll see if we can get this to work. Pop off. It had enough compression, it'll do the job. That's good right there. We'll see if we can get her to fire off here. I don't know about firing with a drill and everything. We'll see if this is going to rip my hand off or not. It definitely doesn't like that. We'll have to hand start this. We've got no choice in the matter. All right, so we got to get this cover back on. This is also another thing I've been wanting to do was print out or cut up a bad bar to use as a spacer for these so I don't have to mount a bar to them to start as much per se. How quick this bench just became a mess. Really quick. This might be loud. I don't know which one to be able to get to easier here. Now we'll put that nut closer. Only got one because the other one looks like it was put on the clutch. Fire it up, they say. Well, I've got compression. I've got spark. Yeah, we'll give her a try. We'll give her a try. Still gonna do a revival video on it. Or something like that. Make sure I didn't bind it up. It definitely wants a spacer. We're gonna have to put a bar on this thing, y'all. Yeah, we'll have to get a bar. You can go over there and grab me one real quick, somebody. We've got like 1,200 hard nose bars here. Yeah, see, I need this end cut off is what I need. That'll do. Yeah, that keeps the space. What that does is it adds the space that the starter needs. Yeah, see? Kind of, sort of. This is going to have to go where the box is at. We're going to have to start it over here. I'm going to get all sweaty. Even worse than I am. And this is going to be loud if it fires up. Big ol' if. Oh, my prime bottle is empty. I'll turn you guys here in a sec. I'll get you. We're going to start this on the ground. This old girl's got she's got some compression. Like I say, it may run. No need for that muffler. Those are, that's a delete, right? Don't need no mufflers. No stanky mufflers. See if the starter's going to cooperate here. Or if it wants to be a butt head. There you go. Huh. One thing about these starters, wants tightened down more is what she wants. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get you guys turned here. Y'all still here? Haven't been looking at the comments or anything. Let's see. Any new comments? If you're like me, it's hard to cut up an old part. I never know when you might need it. Yeah, I'm pretty guilty of that. Going for your lunch? All right, you take care. Can I send you broken parts? You can design or copy. I should be able to. I have to design everything from scratch. I don't have 3D scanners are expensive still, but at least 3D printers aren't. No muffler might be loud. Maxwell's don't have mufflers. They're more akin to exhaust. Yeah, that's you're absolutely right, William. You are 100% right. You're not lying by any means on that. So, tightening, that's what we were doing. We were tightening stuff up. starter kind of needs some love is what it needs. Kind of wobbles around a little. Got our little hammer. Look at that. That's how you do that. There it goes. It probably needs lubed. It needs some love. All right. Let us. Ooh, kind of sketchy. But we've got oil down it. Oh, hold on. Our carburetor's all loose from this. This thing's going to take way off on us. We got to tighten that down. We don't want it to take off on us now, do we? Get y'all back over here. That carburetor is all sorts of loose. Look at that. We can't have that. Get the 7/16 and I just put it up last night. 7/16. Undo the fuel line here so we can get back here. It's an old flatback in here. Has the primer and stuff, and I mentioned that earlier, but some people may have not been here for that. This is one of McCall's better ideas. A, installation of a carburetor. B, of a carburetor design. Oh, there that is. There's no way this is going to be that easy. Kind of takes the fun out of it. We'll just have to put a kart engine in it then, huh? Looking at the comments. Yep, tough waste of old parts. Saws don't have mufflers. Yeah, that would be a small area. Yeah. I kind of like the thought of a throttle. I should probably put the side cover back on for safety purposes. Should. And I undo the fuel line so that I can get in here. One thing with Omnis, a 7/16, they're good for getting back here. And that's good for the holder one. So, all right. Now we just got to hook our throttle linkage up. Ow! Stab myself. That's all right. I can get a new thumb put on. I got toes that I don't use. There we go. She might rev to the moon a little. Might run a little fast. But we'll see how well things act here. Stabbed my thumb, but it didn't cut the skin, so we're good. Somebody definitely bypassed a lot of stuff on this. So it might run fast because of the it doesn't completely shut, but at least it's not going to try and kill us, right? Just a skosh of fuel down it is all we're looking for. So we had spark, at least some, but it was at a fast crank. Nova chips kind of like faster cranking. Whoop, whoop. Get you turned around here. And the tablet still can't keep up. It does this with the other streaming things too. I want a 101 and a 125 so bad. Yeah, we're going to be building I've got two of those. Well, one of those actually. We're building another one here, and I got a video coming up on that here. Let's see here. That would be a small air leak. Agreed. Hearing an engine scream its guts out on first stars like fingernails on chalkboard. Good on you. Justin, 125 is a great choice. I want one. Well, if we can't get this to fire up, what's to say we can't get a 125 fire up? Not the racing saw. I got to rebuild the carburetor on that for you, and we'll do a video on that later. But we've got the 125C up there we could possibly fire up if you guys want. Let me know. Got the other race saw down here. I haven't put a home for it yet. So we'll see if we can get this to fire over. See what she'll do or won't do. Good pulling arm. Got ether sprayed in my body. All right. We're good. Maybe I should put hearing protection on. I have lost it. All right. I had my hearing test the other day, and we're all good still. They proved that I can hear, and that's what mattered the most to me. All right. Just a little bit. That's how I like to start them. Foot on top, left hand over here for right sides and stuff. I may have to try to rob another starter. It might be down a little bit on compression, but it should be enough to fire. Where is our hammer at? All we want to do is hear you. I'm still thinking a new coil is needed. Chances of firing, 5%. It might be down on compression. If that's the case, we're going to have to see if it just needs rings or worse off things. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to go through this starter. Said I don't think I'm going to turn it fast enough though. What if we were to put a little gas directly into the cylinder? Is that a bad idea? Yeah, it might be down on compression. It's finally turning faster. I'll have to source some rings, but we got to tear it down first. We got to tear it down first to see if it's been bored over or not. Yeah. Because if it needs taken over, the plan is to put the MC30 engine into it. And because it costs the same to get them bored out, so. Yeah, a little low on compression. Oh yeah. But also spark is iffy, so. We'll do a build series on this. You guys should tune in for that. One last try. Yeah. How about we get one that will fire up? What do you guys say? The Super Pro 125? Oh man, that's going to be loud. See what comments I've been missing. Hearing doesn't come back. Yeah, I know it doesn't come back, but almost to Memphis. Dang. Hottest saw I have is a 710. Those are pretty dang good saws, 70.5 cc. Been logging for years, never were here protection, paying for it now. Yeah. It's around here somewhere. So, I'll turn the fan on. Let's get the Super Pro 125 down. Also, the 440, I am getting the primer setup done for that, too. Had to do kind of a revision on it. Need to get my gloves on so I can grab the bar safely. I want to come here and help me out real quick. Help me get this off the shelf. Let me get this. So if I fall down, I'll have witnesses. Turn on the fan. I haven't fired this one up for a while. Should open the garage, but everybody wants to. All right, I'm coming. Hold on. So we've got a build series coming up here, I guess, for the 740. That is going to be awesome. We'll tear it down. And we'll tear her down. Get to working on her. Yeah. Whew. Turn the fan on so that it can, any smoke we get in here. Just getting much needed rain. Power went out. Oh man, that sucks. Hey JK, what's up? Thanks for coming in here. What is up? We're just about to fire up the Super Pro 125. Since we couldn't get the 740 to cooperate, which suspected and everything, it was said to have low compression and stuff and whatnot, but, and it does. It could just be rings that it needs. If it, like I said, we'll figure it out. either put the I gotta contact Terry Ives. You see that's 50 over already. See if we can go 60 on it. Somebody's done some really hot porting to it back in the day, so we'll see. His honest opinion, if not, then we may have to get that one bored out and done and everything and whatnot. So, rain. Yeah, we have suspected rain coming this weekend. This thing even have fuel in it. You know, you guys really want to see me too. It's a lot different from editing video to live. So the saw everybody wants to own, everybody wants to use. If I can ever make it to a saw event, the saw that everybody wants to use at least will be there, and as long as you know what you're doing, you'll be allowed to use it. We'll have the other racing saws and stuff there too. A little dibble in there, she'll pick it up. We got a little maintenance to do to this one too. It'll need some love at some point here. Is there oil on it? I haven't even checked. A little bit at the bottom, but we'll add a little bit more. Get the oil here, put it in for the bar. It doesn't hurt it. Keeps the tank lubricated and wipe death away. Perfect. Just enough to wet her lips. What other comments we got here? Got 13 people watching. That's 13 more than I thought we were going to have today. Let's see here. Decomp, high-speed lever activated. Choke on and off switch is there. See if we can put oilers down. Oop, there's a poof. Push the choke in a little bit, decomp back in. It scared the mouse that's been hiding. I know where he's at now. He's in my wood planer. That's the only reason I stopped it. My wood planer over here. I saw his little butt. He went inside of it. So that's where you're hiding at. Oh, two of you. Oh. So you're hiding in my wood planer. Oh, you two are going to get it. So we have scared the mice out of hiding in here. So we're going to have to set up a couple traps and stuff, because my cat, he's a big old scaredy cat, but totally interrupted my my saw thing, but I had to do it. So we've got two of them in here. You guys are, if you breed, and we're going to have a bad day. We're going to have a bad day. Let's see what comments we got. Do we want to hear it? We want to fire it back up? Yes, she does sound amazing. Let's listen to her fire right back up. Push your decomp in, turn her on. Yes, that is a fixed carburetor, fixed jet carburetor. So it is as on tune as tune is going to get. But that I'm not changing anything on that. That all runs freaking fantastic. So now that I know where my mouse problem is hiding at and everything, I'll be having to get to that a little later, but crank up all the saws, leave them running for an hour with the doors closed and outside, mice will go sleepy sleep. I'm not going to deny that. So, my cat indicates there's one in the house too. He sits out and tries to catch it, but the mouse traps always do it, and every winter we get like 4 in the house. We've got a crawl space house, so. But, we're going to be getting some mice here soon too, so I'm going to have to set up some traps and some spots and everything. Knowing where they walk, I could set them up to where they just run through it and get that too. No bait needed, so. Woo! Let the fan circulate out the smoke and everything, get you all back in here. So, unfortunately, the 740 didn't run, but it has spark. It just, it seems like the coil might also just need replaced too. Oh, how far? I just don't know. Help me understand, y'all. So, but doing future projects and everything. I have planned also. Also that there's the 101B. If anybody wants to see what one actually looks like, there's one of the 2 I have that are blocked as is. The special exhaust port. So this one I have measured, and it's 20 over. It'll have to be taken out a little bit more and everything and whatnot. But the plan is to get these recasted and repopped. Talking with the guy with that right now on that. So that's the plans for these. At least this one right here. I've kind of updated it. We got a video coming out on it. Project 98%. Its engine is still sitting in a box down here. I'm slowly painting parts. I've kind of been putting on Instagram and everything and whatnot on that. So we're going to be doing that. But if you haven't checked that out or anything, I got a video going over it, painting some stuff. But it is a Super Pro 125 101B build, more of a show saw than anything. I guess we'll show you guys here since you all tuned in. You guys get to see first or whatever, second, third, 12th. So, bring a couple of the parts over here. The famous blue color that a 101 is, 101B. It's not the exact blue, but it's the blue I went with. 98% because I painted it. I covered up a couple of the cracks and stuff, but other than that, I left all her scars and stuff to be present and shown so that, you know, you would know that this saw worked at one time. This saw did work. It came with a 101 AA engine inside of it, and I want to put a B inside of it, so that's why that's happening and everything. So we're getting so I've got to get that taken out, the Terry Ives still, get it bored, piston fitted, and then we can do that build and whatnot. It's kind of good. It's going to probably be a winter time, but I'm getting it done when the paint allows. But you can see the VHT wrinkle black, and also the paint job here too. So, say 98%. I'm areas that you don't see are unpainted, but I wanted to keep the original sticker under there too. So, she was never meant to be a full resto, just my shelf queen that'll sit in the house. It'll be running shows and something just for people to, oh wow, that's awesome. So that's a video coming up next weekend. Yeah, I think it is next Friday. Yesterday's video was anticlimactic. It was about the bike, but I did this one today to make up for that and everything. Love the color. Nice saw. Might create a viral video. How kill mice with the chainsaw. Suffocation. All right. Whoa. We got so many comments here. I haven't been. Be happy with the stock. SP120. SP125C, William. The 125 is on a shelf over there. I did Project Big Bore BBH on it. I'm not gonna say the last word on it. It's got a BDC 14 that a guy could have done. I'm gonna see if I can find a new needle and seat for it. If not, I'm going to go ahead and put a Walbro WB37 onto it. I can adapt that to it and just do that. So it'll have more power with the V4 intake that it already has that I put on and stuff like that. I have the build all on my channel. Stuff like that. So, but the color, that right there is like a Chrysler blue. It is intense blue pearl is what that one is, and they are clear coated with an enamel clear coating and stuff. And I got the yellow, the VHT, and stuff like that and whatnot here. So this might be the only blue part that's on it. The rear shroud is going to be a Regal red. I've done that before on the racing saw over there. It matches the closest, and they get the 101B emblem and stuff. So it's just a matter of it cooling off outside and being able to also get the time to paint when the humidity's down stuff. And all weekend it's suspected to rain. So that's what we've got going on there. But say, got the video on that showing my little process I've been doing on just this part, but for the rest of them and everything, old school sanding and stuff like that. Any of the modern day paint strippers like this stuff, they do not touch the enamel paint that are on these. It doesn't have that methyl chlorine or whatever in it, so this stuff, I don't even bother with it. So might create a viral video how to kill my chainsaw. Yes, William. Nice collection, by the way. Thank you, Midnight Rider. Sorry if I'm getting to the comments real late. But like I said, I got the tablet here for that and everything and stuff to help see that. So love the color. Thank you, Midnight Rider. Looking good. Thanks, Justin. I'm not much of a painter. I'm not either. The only other saw I have painted was the racing saw up there. That was the first one of these I painted. As you can see, the collection up here is unpainted. So I don't paint these, but the paint on this tank, on this one, this was a very used saw. It came out of California. It was used in California to cut down the big Douglas firs, the spruces and stuff like that. The engine that was in it, it has the head that has the welding on it drilled and tapped, so that you could put the rear anti-vibration mounts that the kart engines did not have. You can either mount to a shroud or directly to the head. This one has directly to the head. I will be using that on the block that I have set aside for this. Be painting it. I think I have a rear shroud there. I'll have to look. I'm gathering the parts up real slowly here to get everything done. What brand yellow, you ask? Good question. It was one that was recommended to me. It is super close. It is the Duplicolor engine enamel, and it is Daytona yellow. So that's the one right there. DE1642 Daytona yellow. Find that at Auto Parts store. And the clear coat is just the enamel. The wrinkle black is just VHT. Follow the instructions to the T on it. When it says lay it on thick, you kind of use your judgment, thin, thicker, or whatever, and as it dries, it wrinkles up really, really nicely. And the stuff is tough. I have not had gas go through the VHT yet. I've used the enamel and had gasket on it with the race saw, and it has not had it touch it yet, so it seems to be pretty good. This saw will only get like nice, awesome fuel. It's not going to get anything out of pump gas and stuff like that. So if it really sees much of any running, which, like I say, it just meant more for a show saw and everything. It was just for pretties. I'll message you on Facebook later so we can talk about how to get the part 3D printed. Right on. Ask if you got a micrometer, ask for measurements and stuff like that. I can see what I can measure out and make work. All the measurements and stuff for the holes. The one that I had, the 310, it did not have that plastic piece either. And I've seen over the last few years guys asking about them, and I don't even know what McCullough made it out of, or Black & Decker, I should say, made it out of that. Made it to where it just degraded instantly, it seems like. Very close. Yeah, it's very close on the yellow. I'm thinking McCullough got their color darker as the paint was baked on, because I've torched when I go to clean these off. I get it stripped. I spray it down with a brake cleaner or whatever sometimes. But I dish soap, water, everything. I take a torch to it. The original paint that would be left behind that I couldn't get off, as you torched it, it got more of the orange hue that we would see in the McCullough. So I'm curious if the baking process added that final dark color that we can't seem to quite imitate through heat. I was told that a lot of these were powder coated. I've seen the video that it was said on that. It was Rich, the chainsaw guy. He did his live stream. He said that he got to see the factory where they were powder coating them. So I mean, who knows? Brian Two Bears, hello Brian, dropping in for a minute. Success to you, sir. Super thank you for joining, and everybody that has joined. This has gone on for an hour and 16 minutes. Much longer. 12 people here. That, like I say, that is 12 more than I expected. 18 thumbs up. Just want to say thanks for supporting the channel and everything. I have over 2,040 subscribers, and I wouldn't be sitting here right now without all of you guys and gals that have subscribed and watched to this point and just making it grow. And as we keep going, I know I'm a McCullough freak. I've got one Pioneer over here. After it airs out, if you guys want to hear that real quick, we can fire it up too. I got to use it here in a couple days. I'm going to be taking it to a hunting location. I've got a place to hunt, to scout out, help my coworker get his lawnmower going. It just suddenly, it had a problem. It wouldn't restart for him. His wife had a question. He stopped the mower and then it wouldn't go. So help him with that. He's got a giant locust, he says, out front that fell down. I can't remember what the size of it was. I've been out there before. So I'm going to bring it, the PM 1010 with the bow bar on it, and probably the 555, the triple nickel up there, and bring them along for the ride. I got to load the four-wheeler up out there and do that and stuff. So if I got some cutting videos and stuff like that, I may sit there and record it and whatnot for you guys. He's got a bunch of little tiny ash trees that all died too, so they got to be cut up. And so hopefully lots of action here this Memorial Day weekend. Everybody staying safe, having fun. Some great info. Yes, Skyburst Yellow is also very close. It is very close to it, indeed. I decided I wanted to go with the enamel just to help out with the hardness. Do you have a McCullough 35 that runs? Mac 35 runs, not a hot rod build, but interesting design. One that is geared with the bow bar. Yes, I do actually. Right behind me, if you see. Right there on the shelf. There she sits. So she sits there. That was my first one of them. I've got... It's hard for the Wi-Fi in the back. But I have an auger one back there too. I have a Model 39 with the auger. On the used to be hanging up, I have the bow bar for a Super 33 on the shelf back there. And then on the ground also back there in that mess, there is a regular 30. There's just a regular 35. So that is the Mac 35 up there on the shelf. That has a 404 chain. It came that way to me. And the rest are half-inch other than the auger setup 39. That is serial number 15 on that 39, and that is more of an industrial use one. So that is the 15th one ever made. It has never had a bar and chain on it, from my understanding. It only drilled holes all its life out in California to plant trees, because the auger is only like this big on her. So that's the story behind that one. I got that as a Father's Day gift to myself many years ago. Like right when I got into this hobby, I was on eBay, and the person broke it down and shipped it here, like 3 days shipping from California. And the post guy was so mad he had to back into the driveway with my wife being at home, and carried it up to the porch and drug it in. And my wife's like, you can leave it right there, I will drag it in the rest of the way. They were not happy on a 3-day ship to get from California, because it was priority mail. So it was pretty cool. And I don't even know if I had a series on that or anything. It was just kind of one of those, I just tinkered on a garage floor. That's where I started, was on a garage floor on some OSB board and stuff like that. It was after I'd gotten rid of my truck and stuff like that, it's really gotten to the tinkering and stuff. So, and it's come a long ways to a free workbench out of the trash right down the road, and it didn't even look like it had a day's work done to it, and I've put enough oil on it to have the U.S. invade me. Never mind, I see the 35 in the background. JK, don't you have a Mac 35 that you need parts for? I like it. Mine is locked up, but we get an engine swap. It is 404 chain 15th. Awesome. Yeah, I've unlocked one of them, and I couldn't get it running. It was an ignition problem and stuff like that. So it's up in a box, sitting up in the loft in the way back, just chilling, along with the ProMax 700 from Australia that I still haven't got to. It had a chip on it, the Atom chip that the 640 now sports for ignition. So lots of goodies. Let's go ahead and fire up that Pioneer. I know everybody's going to want to hear that too real quick here. And I got to go throw a piece of wood on the smoker here also. Trust me, I would love to sit and chat with y'all all day. The wife's going to be home here soon from work too. Alright. Put the Super Pro 125 to the side. Let's go ahead and get the Pioneer. I got to fire it up, make sure she runs and everything still. And she'd be happy. What's up, Vanessa? Say hi to everybody. Hi. He brought me some flowers. That's awesome. I want a flower. Oh, she brought me a flower. Look at that, y'all. My daughter brought me a flower. We're going to put that right here on the bench for the moment. Next to that dirty spark plug. We're going to fire up a saw here real quick. One last saw. Come here, Pioneer.
How long have you been doing this for?
Over an hour. See what we can do here. Any comments real quick? You're out running saws. Remember, you're saying, oh yeah, always safety first. I've got chaps in the house. I definitely wear hearing protection in there. Well, I'm going to wear hearing protection. I definitely wear safety glasses. I have those to try to keep crud out of my eyes and whatnot and stuff like that. So, see if this old girl will fire up for us. I think it has fuel. This is one I put a new top end on. Made a custom air filter for it and everything. I see a little bit at the bottom. P62. Get more of these, wouldn't you say? Start up, high speed on, decomp on the other side. Nope, deactivated that by mistake. Oh, had a pop there. Choke off slightly. Oh, looks like we lost connection for a second. Like reconnecting. So. Alrighty. Well, if you like these live videos, let me know. Let me know on that. We're going to have the 740 series. Hopefully the next week or two. We'll tear it down and go ahead and see what it's going to need. Rings or whatnot. If it needs bored out. I'm still seeing about keeping it original. A card engine would be nice, but now I got kind of touching on it and everything. Maybe we'll just keep her original. Although a card engine, but I will say this. I do have a crankshaft and stuff. I do have a body also down here that I could put the MC30 in and do a build with it also. So maybe it could just be on its own, but I have to gather an oil tank and stuff like that. So we'll see about that one and everything and whatnot. And like I say, the 440, we'll get the primer setup done for that and everything and whatnot and go from there. So get y'all put back up here. We'll sit down real quick. Get y'all sat down. Get sat down here. My head's cut off. Yeah, I got to run too here, get stuff going, get the day continued on for me and whatnot and everything. Well, let's see here. You're out running saws. Remember safety gear. Yes, that's a nice pair of saws right there. Definitely. Especially for the 80s when the saws had to go, when they went down in size and everything. Factory, those are 98 cc's I read. And 98, 99 cc. That one does have the boost port on it because of the new cylinder I put on it. So it does have that. I want a P-61. My favorite airplane is P-61 Black Widow. It's interesting that the Pioneer has similar numbers to World War II aircraft. The P-41 Hawk, P-51 Mustang, P-31 Lightning. Maybe they copied. Maybe they did so. So, yeah, see you, Fusslet. Have a good one, safe one. Just found me a new channel, Happy Saws it's called. Yes, I know who he is in person. And I'm not going to say his name out loud and everything, but I do, yeah. He's pretty good at what he does too and everything and stuff like that. So, but I message him on Facebook. We do talk and everything and whatnot. And he asked me that 797 MC101 that he had from eBay or whatever, the right side start one. He asked me what it was. And I said, that's exactly what that is. That's an MC101 in there. So he got that, and it's just been a heck of a saw he got. I'm really jealous. He got a dang good deal on that. So he did wonderful. So P39 Ancrobra. I can't pronounce that. Later, guys. See you, JK. Have a good one. So yeah, Happy Saws. He's definitely got some good stuff on that. He lives where wood is at, and I live where it's not as available, or at least I don't have as easy of access to it. So I would love to go out and cut wood and everything and stuff like that. Good for a guy to sweat, right? Kind of what I'm doing now, nonstop. Gotta drink my water here. Oh, sorry about that. Guys gotta drink, right? So, I'd say, super thanks for watching, joining me inside here for the first time live inside the little garage bunker here and whatnot. Hopefully be able to get a shed built here in some point in the future and get some of these toys taken out in the center. We're going to have also more non-McCullough videos up in the future. I just love small engines and everything and whatnot. And general, McCullough be the main, but you never know I never know what's going to pop up and everything. So many projects, so little time and everything and whatnot. So I'm just going to keep everything going here and whatnot. 740 is definitely going to be a fun one. We're going to finish up the primer build. Hopefully that one's going to be a success. Get to the 740, see what she's going to need. And hunting season's coming upon me, and on the weekends I'm going to be definitely doing that. So I'm going to try to get videos ahead. I love to bow hunt over gun, but I will gun if I have to. But I'm a big bow shooter. I've been doing that for over 20 years. Yes, Vanessa? Oh, a dandelion. I like them. The bunny might like to eat that too. He might like that. Yep.
Only the green parts.
Oh, he likes to eat the whole thing. The bunny can eat the whole thing. So, love the channel. Take care. Yep, got to get my Poland B65, 655 BP fixed. There was a guy who just found a new old stock top end and everything for that. I don't know where he got that. I know the 655 is different from the P62 from my understanding, so I'm still learning about Pioneers. That is my first saw that I actually own that has a split case like that and everything. I'm glad I did not have to split the case on this, because I did not have the tools for that. So that's kind of what's kept me weary from them. I like the design of it, how it went back together so easily on the cylinder, right there. But, yeah, where to get exactly all the aftermarket parts and everything, I'm not 100% sure on. So, black powder. Black powder. So, all right. Yeah, we'll go here and we'll say thanks for watching, everybody. I'm getting warm. Get stuff done here. Get saws put up, cleaned, and whatnot. And we'll keep on working on the workbench and stuff. If you like the, supposed to say it's a P65 Pioneer, but I ain't sure. I'm not sure either on that, unfortunately. A lot of companies took over other good ones and stuff like that, bought out, so. But we'll get to going here and whatnot, and keep the saws going. Stay safe, everybody, and whatnot. Have a very good, safe Labor Day. and got to tend to a brisket out there and some other stuff. Get in back in the house, cool it off, let the garage air out, and stuff like that. I'd like to get a heater in here, a wood burning stove too for the window and whatnot, and be able just to sit out here in the wintertime and do stuff. But I've got a lot to do for before Monday and doing stuff and everything. But see if we get rained out of doing that or not. So, all right, I'm pretty sure we can yammer on all weekend and everything and whatnot. And for everybody that came, awesome, thank you. If you want to see more live videos, let me know and whatnot. And contact, like I say, I try to answer all questions, comments, and stuff like that in the channel. Anybody that messages me on Facebook, Instagram, I try to help out the best I can with what knowledge I got and everything. I'm still learning about these saws and everything, and reluctant to learn and hear the stories of the guys who used to run these old saws and everything. And I know a few of them, and they talk to me and tell me their stories sometimes. So hopefully I can get some videos in the future of with them and everything and get that for you guys. So, all right, just want to say thanks for watching, and hit that like button for me. You're probably already subscribed. If not, do that. We got a lot more saws to do, as you've seen. We've got projects. We've got this. We've got that. We've got so many ideas and so little time. So, thanks for joining me, everybody, on my first live video. It wasn't as bad as I thought. A lot longer than I thought. About an hour longer than I thought I would do. So, all right. Super thanks to Ryan also for getting the saw for me and sending to me. Huge thank you on that. This is going to be a fun one to get back to life, and I know you guys are going to be right there to watch it. And my Instagram, I show things sooner than I do on YouTube. Pictures and teases and whatnot. Also, Modified Saws on Facebook. I created that group. Everything. So, easy on that, baby girl. You don't want to be doing something dumb. Just leave the steering alone. Scared me. So, all right. I can go on. Thanks for watching, everybody.